Hello. This is a topic that needs to be discussed more. A lot of people are threatening photographers, on an increasing rate. I don't know what country you live in or your particular laws, because it obviously varies from country to country. But you always have the right to self-defense. However, I'm pretty sure that some countries, it's like, you don't even have the right to self-defense. And then I go like this, I go like, what the WTF? What? I don't have the right to defend myself? Some countries are like that. I will leave those unnamed. Kind of like one guy, there's like a burglar in his house, and he had a knife, and he was coming up the stairs, and guy pushed him out of the window, and then like the burglar with the knife in his hand like sued the homeowner and won. It's like, wasn't he in that house illegally with a knife in his hand? And he said, you never get away with that crap here in the South. You're just not going to get away with it. I'm not saying being confrontational, but you need to know your rights. By the way, there are a couple of videos below. I'd love to see you to see both of them. One of them was the guy, and I talked to him via phone. I forget his name. He shoots cars. He was on the side of the road, and this dumb Bill Hilly, this knuckle-dragging, sub-intellectual mouth breather, and that guy's in jail now. He kept pretending to ram him with his truck. He'd stick it in reverse and then peel rubber, and then he eventually grabbed his phone and threw it and broke it, and that guy's in jail. Hooray! I got that video linked below, and then there's another one. Now, I don't know the laws in Britain. Jolly old England there. But it turns out that he was in the right. There's a guy standing in public property taking pictures of a potato chip factory. And then all these stupid security guards would come out and, they were just giving them the verbal, just some grotty little wankers. Isn't that what the English say? So grotty little wankers. Grotty little tossers. These security guards are coming out. And you could hear the photographer talking. He's filming the whole time. Please check out that video below. It is hilarious. They keep coming out and harassing the guy. And he's like, I'm on my public property. I'm free to do what I want. Yeah, I know. I can't imitate the British accent. These stupid... It's a potato chip factory, for Christ's sakes. It's not like they got nuclear weapons in there. By the way, there's another link below. I'd like you to check it out. It's by a lawyer. It's attorney at law. I'll give you a link to his page. You should read. It's only one page, okay? If you're a lazy schmuck, just read it and then reread it. It's only one page, for God's sakes. If you read it and reread it, then, you've only read 2 pages. It's from Bert Kroggies. I'm probably mispronouncing his attorney at law. He talks about your legal rights of harassed and all these other things. If somebody starts doing that, just, harassing you about your photography, and I've had it happen to me more than a few times, you just ignore them. And if they say you can't do that, I say, tell them, hey, go feel free to call. I know my rights. Go ahead and call the cops, At the end, you could end up with a large sum of cash. You could end up suing someone's ass off, It's like, hey, I got a new pile of camera. Hey, how'd you get that pile of camera gear, Bob? Well, this one guy was pushing me around, and then the cops came, and then they, one cop didn't know the laws. And I'm not, I love cops to death. Love them, okay? Never, ever, ever accuse the cops. But not all of them know the law perfectly well. Most of them do. I'm not accusing. I love cops to death. A lot of my family members are cops, okay? It's like I got arrested, and then I ended up suing the guy that harassed me. And I made a pile of cash. Know your rights, okay? You should know your rights as a photographer. You're out taking pictures in the wild. There's some things you can't take pictures of. Like, not too far down the road, there is Fort Knox. It's like, if you pull off the side of the road and you start taking pictures, they have every right to arrest your damn ass. And ain't nothing you're going to do about it. Certain things, military installations, Fort Knox. Even if you park, there's an interstate that runs by Fort Knox. And if you, park on the side of the road and you're on the interstate, which you can see Fort Knox from the damn road, and it's way the hell over there, about 500 yards. If you step out and take pictures of you, they've got cameras everywhere. That place has got 4 security fences. One of them's electrified. I hear there's a minefield in one of the layers around Fort Knox that I know. I hear there's also, if a helicopter tries to land, there's explosives. There's all sorts of freaky, supposedly that's the case. But you can't even take a picture from the roadside of Fort Knox, where they have the gold depository. You know what Fort Knox is. It's not too far from here. You can't take pictures of that. But anything else, you really, everybody else just give them the middle finger. There we go. Just ignore them. And if they harass you, say, hey, call the cops, and then I'll sue you for harassment. Just, say it nicely. It's like, hey, you got an issue? I know my rights. You don't know my rights. I tell you what, you go call the cops, and when they show up, I'll make sure they get your name, and then I'll sue you, because I know my rights as a photographer. So you should check out this lawyer's page. Now, obviously, this is going to vary from country to country. This is for the United States of America, y'all. Da, 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 da. Read that. Read it twice. Especially check out the 2 videos below. The really funny one is a poor little British photographer is taking pictures outside of a potato chip factory. You know, you think he was taking pictures of a nuclear weapons factory. Oh, these dumb, which of course, you know, all security guards are just like rent-a-cops. I mean, they're all, I say all of them, but I mean, most of them, you know, they're knuckle-dragging mouth breathers. You know, they're subhuman cockroaches. Security guard like a mall cop. You know, these people, not a real cop. I said a mall cop, for God's sakes. I love police officers, okay? I love them. I said a mall cop, okay? They shouldn't even call them mall cops because that's insulting. I even know cops that say, I hate it when I hear mall cop because that just insults real cops. They should call them like mall patrol officers or security guards. That's fine. Security guards, they're scumbags or lowlifes. Not all of them, but way too many of them. You know, they don't know the law. And when they became a security guard, they should have learned this crap. It's like, you know, if someone wants to step outside, you know, in public property and take pictures of our shit from the roadside, they got every legal right to do it. Even though you're a security guard, you should know this fact. You know, bubbling some public property, unless we're like, you know, a military depot, or which, you know, stupid security guard is not guarding, you know, nuclear weapons at the gate to the nuclear weapons plant. There's even lots of military installations like that here in America. You know, you can step out there and take pictures all you want. They can't demand your pictures. They can't demand anything. They can't take your camera. You know, if they do, make sure you get the cops and you sue their ass. You sue them not only for stolen goods, but you sue them for all sorts of things. You know, hey, it's the American way. Look, if someone's harassing you and you're obeying the law, sue their damn ass. You know, sue them into the dirt. You got a camera? Film their stupid ass and then show it to the judge. Say, here, judge, this is the guy violating my rights. You know, this is why I'm going to sue his ass off. I'm going to own his home. I'm going to sue him into the gutter. You know, go ahead and do it. There are too many people that are pushing photographers around, and that crap, that shit, excuse me, this one time I got to cuss. That shit has got to stop. The shit has got to stop. Excuse me, I had to cuss then. Sorry. Please check these video links below and check out the lawyer's page and read it, and then read it again. You know, 2 pages. Know your damn rights. So next time anybody bugs you, you know, just tell them, say, hey, I know my rights, you don't. You know, why don't you go call the cops? Make sure that when the cops arrive, you get their name, and then you sue their ass. There are a lot of attorneys that will work for free. They'll work on, you know, they'll work off of whatever the final settlement is. You know? No big deal. You got a camera in your hands, use it. As soon as some knuckle-dragging mouth breather starts coming over, it's like hit the movie button and start hitting record as they come over. You know? All you have to do is get the audio. You don't even have to point it at their face. Just get the audio. That's more than enough to win in a court of law against these, you know, these subhuman cockroaches. Let them threaten you. You know, say, hey, call the cops. You know, hey, call the cops yourself. Offer to call the cops yourself. Like, there's a person out here, you know, I'm within my rights to take pictures of whatever the fuck I want out here. Person's harassing me. You know, go ahead. Hey. It's a free country. At least this country is free anyway. Although not every place. Remember that one photographer on college campus? There's this little short-haired, short, red-headed, vile demon of a woman that comes over. He's like, we need some muscle over here. She's just horrible. I forget, at Mizzou University, somewhere in Missouri. She was actually threatening the photographer with physical force. And that stupid little red-headed broad who was fired from her job, thank God. That stupid idiot of a human being, that little red-headed demonic weasel, she'll probably never have a job again. She'll probably be working as a security guard, actually. I bet you one thing that she'll remember for the rest of her life. There has been more talked about that little red-headed witch than anybody else when it comes to the photography community. Because there's such a beautiful picture of her like this, like pointing, like, get out of here. And then she goes, we need some muscle over here. Oh, lordy, she lost her job. So awesome. The camera is your friend. When some schmuck starts coming over, start taking pictures, stick it in video mode, hit the record button, and then you could sue their ass. Okay? Now, I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on TV. I give no legal advice. I just want you to know that you have rights. Okay? And nobody else has the rights to take your rights away. So all those people that don't want you to take pictures, piss on them. If you know your rights and you're fine, stay calm, stick to your, stick to the facts, record everything, and you got to sue them later. Fine, sue them later. Might end up with a huge pile of cash. Like, I'm so glad I got harassed because I got to sue that person, and I got a cash settlement, and then I bought all this neat camera gear.